league that reinvented drone racing is making history again. MultiGP News, covering every drone event, local, national, and world news first. 20 minutes of big breaking coverage first. Be the first to know on MultiGP News.
I'm Chris Thomas, and this is Lotus versus Drone.
Live from the MultiGP headquarters, this is MultiGP News with your host, Chris Thomas.
Today on MultiGP News, it's an opportunity of a lifetime, the MultiGP Media Ambassador Program, how you can help us bring drone racing to the mainstream.
Plus, he's just 11 years old and he's already taken down Sean Taylor. We meet the middle school student taking the FPV world by storm.
And is this the future of FPV? How drone racing could become the next big college sport. Good morning, I'm Chris Thomas.
And I'm Nick Feinsod. All this and much more coming up on the MultiGP News.
Vivo de los headquarters del MultiGP. Esto es MultiGP News.
Welcome to this week's MultiGP News. Let's get started with our top stories in this week's Morning Quad. Pilots rejoice. Atmospheric Adventures Ares Mini is here. This 2-inch micro creation comes from the wonderful mind of Atmo's own, the Goofy One. It's the smallest platform possible for brushless motors, yet it still allows for a pod that comfortably fits all your microelectronics safely inside. Pilots, this build is lightweight and powerful for its size. Check out atmosphericadventures.com for more info.
And get those packs ready. We've just released the official design for the 2017 Regionals Finals track. Senior track designer Nelson Aquino has spent hundreds of hours making it, and you can try it on the Velocidrone simulator now. The course looks fast and technical and will no doubt separate the amateurs from the pros.
That's right, Nick. Now, the pilot page on multigp.com is getting a new and improved look. It's now a better place for pilots to promote themselves and manage their profiles. The page now offers an option to add video and represent sponsors. We're working on new upgrades on the website daily, and we'll keep you up to speed on all the changes right here on MultiGP News.
And a star-studded race went down in Denver. Some of the fastest pilots in the country and even members of the MultiGP TV team showed up. In the end, the pilot formerly known as Boba Fett took down a field that included big names like Jet, A-Noob, Moke, Brain Drain, Armonic, and Nodiva. We'll have the full recap of the race on next week's MultiGP News, including a final heat you won't want to miss.
Now, on to our regional series update. The second round of regional qualifiers kicking off in 3 cities, Oxnard, San Antonio, and Jacksonville.
More than 30 pilots showed up for the Jacksonville qualifier. For some, it was their second shot at making the regional finals. MultiGP News was there.
All right, pilots, close and lock visors. Arm your aircraft. Race starts at the tone.
It's the second week of the Florida Regional Qualifiers in Jacksonville. Pilots from all across the state and even different age brackets gearing up to compete for the top 5 spots in the race.
I started flying line of sight and then we came to this field and I started flying FPV.
Came up with a bunch of friends from Miami and basically trying to run with the big boys and see if I can hang in and get some good times.
The event, organized by Jacksonville FPV Racing, the track testing the pilot's speed and most importantly, control.
Well, you know, we came out here, my son and I fly out here a lot at Jax RC. We're a smaller chapter, and we're very surprised at having all these guys, but very excited. So we tried our best to set up a great course, and seeing all this work in the stations is really great for us, and very excited.
The battle for the 4th and 5th spot coming close between Felix Cloudburn Perez and Sean Citra FPV Roberts.
Citra, I remember this guy was just starting flying.
Yeah!
There he goes, taking first place.
Yeah,
Good job, Citra. Second place.
Awesome.
You're in that race and you are not
feeling good about that one. I just managed to win the tiebreaker, so I'm pretty happy about that.
And the number 3 spot going to Elio EM Drones, with number 2 going to Chris Flycooks and Mason Hyper FPV taking the top spot. Meanwhile, Abel Navahawk Almaguer, who has already qualified for the regional finals, the only pilot to complete 7 laps with the top time in the race.
So we just wrapped up the MultiGP regional qualifier in Jacksonville. Very excited. I took first place. It was some pretty strong competition, but my experience, my practice, all that paid off to allow me to snag a win. So I'd like to take a second to thank some of those people that helped me get there. First of all, is Racecraft for providing an awesome frame and also the best propellers out there. Connex ProSight system for allowing me to be able to see clearly. If you can't see, you can't win. So that digital system is awesome. Best video I've ever had. Team Spectrum FPV for providing the radio. It's just one of the greatest teams that I've had the pleasure of being with. And Pulse Batteries for powering all of that, the best battery out there. So I'll see you at the MultiGP Series Final.
And remember, as we get closer to the 2017 National Championship in Las Vegas, we'll give you weekly updates on chapter standings and regional qualifiers right here on MultiGP News.
And it's time to take a quick break. When we come back, he goes to school on weekdays and takes pilots to school on weekends.
We'll meet 11-year-old Drobot Racer and find out how he's taking down some of MultiGP's top pilots.
Whoa.
Drone racing started as a sport for all ages and skill levels, but now a new generation of pilots has taken over.
And they're younger and faster than ever. One of those pilots is 11-year-old Ashton Gamble. You may know him as Drobot Racer. MultiGP News reporter Sean O'Sullivan has his story.
Good morning, everybody. It's 7 o'clock in the morning and we are headed to the race today, and I am so excited. Here's my dad who's driving.
Morning. Meet Ashton Gamble, aka Drobot Racer. At just 11 years old, he's already accomplished more than most.
Me and my dad just finished building the Velocidrone Hyperlight Evo frame.
If you haven't seen him yet, you're going to see a lot more of this young gun soon.
I've been watching you out there. You're pretty good. Not too bad. Now, how old are you?
I'm 11 years old.
11 years old. How long have you been flying FPV drones?
Oh, I've been flying for about a year now.
He's from Southern California, and he's ripping up the West Coast FPV scene.
Drobot Racer, come on up here, buddy.
The kid's already a champ. He recently took a first place at the Ventura FPV Racers regional qualifier, snagging him a free ride to the regional 6B final. The most unbelievable part, young Ashton's only been flying for a little over a year, and he's already competing with the biggest names in drone racing.
I mean, every time we fly, he gets better and better and better.
Like one of his role models, MultiGP champ Sean Night Fury Taylor.
Yeah, it was fun to race against him and see him. I'm just really excited to be here, and I'm happy how far I got.
Back in January, Drobot Racer and his father flew from California all the way to Sebring, Florida, and finished 9th in the race with more than 100 of the world's fastest pilots. He even finished higher than Sean.
Every time he did well, I would almost start crying. I'm so happy for him. He's working so hard, and to see that smile on his face and everybody, all the adults shaking his hand and just telling him, good job, little buddy, it really makes me happy.
So what is it like living at home with a future FPV all-star?
We've got a kind of a back area where we have a mess of drones. It's kind of turned into went from like a workout room to a drone emporium. So
this is Sean O'Sullivan, MultiGP News.
And next week, we'll look at the rising female stars of FPV racing.
Now it's an opportunity you don't want to miss. We're calling out our future media ambassadors.
It's a program that's going to help us as much as it helps you. MultiGP News reporter Kalara Maynade gives us a scoop on how to get involved.
MultiGP is building its media empire, and you could be a part of our team.
We're looking for photographers, videographers, reporters, and bloggers.
So the bloggers write, what's going on as a media post so that, people can start reading what's going on in their local chapter. The photographer can get some really great shots as the quads are coming off the line, as they're in a big bunch going through the different gates, and then we can use that for social media as well. The video section is a little bit more challenging because, you're dealing with a lot of file space.
If you have a passion for these skills, MultiGP wants to hear from you.
We're looking for people who know what they're doing in the industry.
So if you've got some guys that already know how to use a camera, it would be great for them to just show what you are doing in your local chapter and send it over to MultiGP News through our Google Drive setup.
The MultiGP Ambassador Program offers the experience of a lifetime, working one-on-one with a professional production team and interacting with some of the most well-known pilots in the FPV world.
I'm Duncan Bouchen, I'm 20 years old, and I'm coming from France for this event.
So I'm Sebastian Brandes, I come from Germany.
My name is Andreas and I'm also from Germany.
So these guys are the quickest, I hear.
Those interested will get a chance to promote their skills alongside the MultiGP brand, making their mark in the industry.
This is a chance for you and us to build a brand and show the world what we have.
If you have what it takes, get ready to become a part of a team that will offer you lots of exposure in the industry.
I met Chris Thomas, traveled the world, just really hanging out with these guys. They're a bunch of good friends of mine, so it's really not work, and that's what it's all about, just having fun and being passionate about being an artist.
If you'd like to apply for the program or learn more information, the place to go to is multigp.com.
And coming up, it's the crash of the week.
It's drone versus energy drink, sponsored by All Carbon RC. We'll be back after a 1-minute break. Every week, we're going to crash a drone into something random at full speed and film it from a bunch of angles.
It's time to see how a 4-pack of Monster energy drinks holds up when a drone slams into it at full throttle. Today's crash of the week sponsored by Team All Carbon RC.
I'ma go so hard, I'ma go oh so hard, I'ma go so hard, I'ma go so hard.
And don't forget, 40 pilots from colleges around the country will be competing in the first ever Collegiate Drone Championship. This race will be held at Purdue College in Lafayette, Indiana.
The Hobbyco Fusion House Racer video submission contest is in full swing. You have until April 4th to submit a video to get your chance to win some big money. Make sure to check out the Hobbyco website or Facebook page to find out more about the contest. Chris will be one of the celebrity judges where you can win $5,000, so make sure you get your Fusion House Racer and some gates to enter. Also, be creative with your course. That's what the judges will be looking for. The winner will be announced April 14th. Thanks for watching this week's MultiGP News. I'm Nick Feinsod.
And I'm Chris Thomas. Remember, if you like this video, or even if you didn't like this video, make sure you share the link and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
If you like this video, press the like button below, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in being showcased in the next episode of MultiGP News, please contact us at news@multigp.com.